Hello and welcome to the Stuff of Legends. Welcome to the latest Hasbro Pulse Marvel Fanstream. With you are two members of the Hasbro Marvel Legends team. I am Ryan in marketing, joined as always by Dwight in design.
Hey guys, what's up?
How's it going, Dwight?
Doing good. You?
I'm excited. Summertime is about to start.
Warmth.
It's getting warmer out there. So yeah, as you guys might see here, Dan is not with us today. He wasn't able to make it for this recording, but don't worry. He is doing well, and he will be with us in San Diego, and we hope to see a lot of you fans out there as we do every year to say hello and see how you're feeling about things. And we're just two of the core three members of the on-camera Marvel Legends team, but of course the Marvel Legends team is very broad. A lot of folks at Hasbro, as well as our core partner Jesse Falcon over at Disney Marvel. And speaking of San Diego, Jesse will be with us in San Diego for those festivities as well, so you can talk to all of us in one place at one time. And the items we got today, I know, are several of Jesse's favorites.
Absolutely.
That he loved working with us on extra closely, as he does on all Legends, so more to come on that later. But as we said, today is a big day. We've got reveals, we've got pre-orders, we'll be talking a little Marvel 85th, rounding out that program. But before we get started, today, June 17th, I did want to wish a happy birthday to my son. So happy birthday, dude. Thanks for being a great son and a great brother to your little sister. I also just wanted to say that before we get started.
Happy birthday, little man.
All right, so before we jump into the new reveals and the pre-order information, we wanted to recap two recently revealed items. The first of which is the Marvel Studios Man-Thing from Werewolf by Night, AKA Ted. Dwight, tell them what's new and updated about this version, because I wanted to make sure that all the fans are aware that this is not just a reissue.
No, that we had done a classic version of Man-Thing quite a few years ago as a Build-A-Figure, and now to make him Disney Plus accurate, he has a new torso that's showing his rib cage, new head, new forearms, new ankles, as well as an all-new colorway to make him more accurate to the show. He's even got his little flower on his lapel.
It's a great little detail.
It is.
And this was, I believe, it was a 2017 Build-A-Figure, so it's been a couple of years now, and so this is getting that character back out in the market with some notable updates, and he should be available for pre-order now as a fan channel items, including on the Hasbro Pulse, so go get him if you haven't already. All right. And with that, we're going to jump into talking Marvel's 85th anniversary. You saw a couple of weeks ago Robo from the Robo Don't Know YouTube channel. Awesome content creator we've known over the years. Thank you, Robo, again for your video revealing and going in depth on the Marvel Legends Cabal box set. These are three updated versions of characters that are really important villains in the Marvel lore. Dwight, who's your favorite, or what are amongst your favorite bits about this box set?
My favorite thing in this set is the new Taskmaster, having him updated on the Vulcan body with butterflies, lots of new pieces, tons of weapons. Taskmaster, for me, a new likeness to his mask is definitely my favorite. I do also love that we got a chance to revisit Doom. He's now got the appropriate shorter skirt and our first Doom with a fabric cape. So we can have him doing a lot more posable things. Normally the big capes can limit some of the like throne poses and stuff, but now you've got a Marvel Legend ready for all of that. And then in the middle we got a Norman Osborn as Iron Patriot, one of our Dark Avengers. He has some new updates from the Extremis armor to turn him into Iron Patriot, as well as a new deco and an alternate unmasked Norman Osborn head.
That's right. This was an open sample we used for a photo shoot, so you can't see all the accessories in it, but go check out Robo's video if you haven't already. This item is available for pre-order on Amazon, and it's got all those extra pieces from Norman Osborn head to Doombot head, soft goods cape for Dr. Doom. That is a really fun set, and that was the 9th item in the 85th anniversary program, and so we are excited to reveal. We got him up on screen here. You've got a retro carded Venom, you've got Scar, we've got Superior Spider-Man, Astonishing X-Men Wolverine, you've got Carol Danvers Warbird, the Cabal 3-pack we just talked about, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, we got Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and that awesome Hulkbuster. So that is 9 of the 10. The last item is going to be a multi-channel item, and it's one that Jesse Falcon and Dwight worked very closely on, really getting all of the details, and we saved him for last. He's one of the biggest in this line, so let's just jump right in. We've got some images. Dwight, talk them through this amazing super deluxe Marvel Legends Odin.
Yeah, Odin, the 10th figure in the collection, and this 85th collection is definitely like my favorite anniversary program we've ever done. Odin is massive, and we can show you a side-by-side in a second to see his scale. But he comes with 2 ravens. He comes with a fabric cape, all new body, tons of armor and deco and accessories. He's got his giant spear Gungnir. He's got a ridiculously oversized sword. He's got a multiple interchangeable headdresses to allow you to display him different ways with just his long flowing locks of hair, or a war helm with antlers, or his kind of more ceremonial kind of Kirby-esque inspired crown. That was a piece that Jesse was really excited to put in here, and he and his team actually helped draw that up for us.
Here's a look of Odin in pack with all those accessories. And yeah, we have a sample here that Dwight can kind of walk you through some of the modular bits. But so as Dwight brings all that out, again, just to reiterate, this is an all new figure clearly. And I think there was a version of Odin that was a partial Build-A-Figure from way back when, but nothing like this. I think the proportions here are really heroic. And Dwight actually did our set behind us with a bunch of fellow Asgardians. How many Asgardians did you say have been made in Legends about? You counted them up?
Asgardians and gods, I think Odin is our 20th. So we've got Granddaddy over there. We have Bor Buri son. We've done plenty of Thor Odin sons, but this is our first Odin Bor son.
Okay, I think that tracks. I can watch the playback later to make sure I get it. But yeah, what just kind of strikes you first when you take this figure in all of his glory here?
Yeah, I think my favorite part about him is the way that you can display him however you possibly can imagine. So the fur on the back of his cape simply pops off, which is really nice and easy. It's got a couple of ports on it, and there's a couple of ports on the top of Odin's shoulders, which have the matching places for this to plug in. And once you do that, you can pop his hair off, and you pick whatever helmet you want. You got his battle helmet. It snaps on just that easy. You can put the fur back on, and now you've got Odin ready for battle. Or if you want, it's time to chill after a long, hard-fought day of crushing trolls. You can pop his helmet or the ceremonial crown on, put the fur back into place, and now you've got a proper ceremonial Odin that you can have sit down as well. And that's a cool thing about this figure with the fabric capes. His legs are massive and thick, but once you get him bent, you can actually have him with the fabric cape, and the soft, flexible armored skirt allows him to be able to sit. So he can sit in the palm of your hand, or he can sit anywhere else you might want him to do so.
And a note about that interchangeable headdress system, there's actually 2 side plugs I noticed in the head sculpt, as well as one on top. So it's a snug fit, it stays securely. It's not just a loose piece that'll fall out.
Yes, and then the Odin obviously has to have his ravens. You can just tuck the raven's claws under the sides of his fur, and then Odin's ravens will sit there right on his shoulders as well, or in his hands, or whatever you want. He's got swappable hands, so he's got fist, kind of power, godlike hands, as well as gripping hands for either his spear or a really nice ornate sword that we made.
A lot of great detailing in both the sculpts and the deco and the mold colors here. I think it really comes together. A lot of gold, a little bit of blue peeking through.
There was a lot of back and forth with Jesse and me to figure out how to approach the look of Odin, because every time he's appeared in comics over the years, he's always got a different kind of appearance. And we were trying to find a iconic one that really read as Odin, but it gave us enough flexibility that we were able to add some extra pieces from different eras to put together to make our ultimate version of this figure. And I think, as you can see, it's a really impressive figure in scope and scale.
It really comes through. I think he is well over 8 inches tall. I think 8 1/4 I measured earlier, and this is just how he compares next to a standard Thor-esque figure. This is the Black Winter Thor from the Zabu wave that is out now. So just to give you guys a side comparison, both in terms of height and also width and depth. Yeah, there you go. So this Odin is awesome, and that wraps up the 85th anniversary program for the year. Odin will be going up for pre-order. I'm just going to check my notes here so I don't get it wrong. June 27th. At 1 p.m. Eastern, starting then, and this is a multi-channel item, so go get them at Hasbro Pulse or wherever else you pick up your Marvel Legends. And as Dwight said, it was so fun to work on this 85th program, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much fun as we had doing it.
Top 10 figure of the year for sure.
All right, yeah, we were already starting to claim our draft picks. There's a couple here today that I think are going to get drafted at the end of the year. We've got some nice items.
Definitely.
So that is Marvel's 85th, wrapping that up. Okay, now we're going to jump into a couple of sneak peek previews. There's a couple of retailer exclusives here and other items that we are not going to be that are not going up for pre-order imminently, but please stay tuned for more details. We just wanted to show them off for the first time here. So first up, I believe this is going to be a movie item. Here we have an updated Venom from Let There Be Carnage. This is going to be a Target exclusive later this summer, so stay tuned for more details. And this Venom, has come out before, but this is a notable movie update, as you can see from the pictures. What's going on here, Dwight, with these crazy tentacle things?
Yeah, he's got multiple symbiote head tentacles coming out of his back this time that can be removed really easily. They just pop right on and off, so you can display him as a proper Venom, with, like I said, or without, however you want to do it. The nice thing about being able to revisit this character, after seeing the films, we were able to do a much more accurate deco to how he appeared in the films. So all of his white veins have more of a translucent kind of effect to them, and they kind of bleed across his torso and down his arms onto his hands. The eyes also have a little bit of a marbling to them, and we made an alternate head, or we have alternate heads, as you know. So we have the with the tongue and without the tongue for both his smile face, as well as alternate claws and fist. So it's a nice, shiny, glossy, symbiote-esque update for Venom.
And you've got to have Eddie Brock, a villain for Eddie Brock to battle based on the film. So as you guys know, we revealed this, and it's up for pre-order now still. This is our deluxe movie Carnage. That is a multi-channel item, but as you can see here, some epic battles, a lot of tentacles potentially for this battle. So we have the Carnage on the table here, kind of tricked out with all the tentacles and weapon hands, but these are kind of 2 great items to reenact all that movie action.
Absolutely.
All right, so there you have it. The updated Let There Be Carnage Venom figure will be available exclusively at Target. Stay tuned for more details about that Target pre-order. Okay, moving on to the next item. We're going to go from movie Venom verse to X-Men retro. So We've got some images teed up. This is our retro Wolverine based on that 90s yellow and blue suit team. So this was, I believe, late 2019, early 2020 X-Men Retro Wave. So that was the first entry. We started with Wolverine. Then in 2023, we had 2 3-packs, team packs, as part of the X-Men 60th anniversary. So we had Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke in one set, and then in the second set we had Storm, Forge, and Jubilee. And so everyone kind of said, oh, the team is complete, right? Well, technically, if you go to that cover, Uncanny X-Men 275, there's another character pretty front and center there, but we've got the image there. And so, yes, we have this version of Professor X as he was called or revealed to be during this run, the Warlord version. And so Matt, shout out to Matt Shooting the Galaxy, our Legends photographer. We asked him to recreate that Uncanny X-Men 275 layout, which he did here. And we've got Professor X there in the middle. And so let's take a closer look. Dwight, what is going on here with this mysterious version of Professor X?
Yeah, he was a bit of a challenge to figure out which version to do because depending on whether he's on the cover or the interior panels, it changes a lot. So we chose the interior blues with the silvers. If you guys really demand more, there is a gold version of him, and there's also the purple piped version on the cover. So lots of different versions we can do. He also comes with an unmasked smiling head. So we have that for Charles, which looks great. So you can swap that out. And he looks really cool. I mean, it's a really crazy Shi'ar-esque helmet, but it's a nice kind of different version of Charles for your collections.
It's awesome to get a inkjet Professor X likeness,
yes,
too, because that old one that came with the hover chair was pre-inkjet technology for comic figures, so that's great. And then also, I think this will pair very well with the Wolverine 50th anniversary Lilandra, right?
Yes.
You got so you got a Professor X and a Lilandra in their Shi'ar attire, and this guy is going to come on an awesome orange X-Men retro blister card, as we see here on screen. And I've got a version. I'll stand him next to here. What is our call out? Shi'ar armor. Fitting there. So this is going to be not part of a wave, just a standalone item. This is going to be a Walmart exclusive later this summer. So again, stay tuned for more details on when and where that pre-order will go up. But really excited to finally complete that Uncanny X-Men 275 cover.
Now we got to complete the X97 version, right? With the extra armor on the legs and stuff, since we've now seen him show up yet again in the new animation.
I know he appeared in this season in a slightly different look, but then it was kind of funny. He came back pretty quick.
Yes.
When the X-Men needed him.
Well, I mean, he's been floating around for 30 years, 20 years. How long's he been? I mean, it's not like he came back that quick. It's been a long time.
Well, in the continuity, isn't it?
I guess in the
X-Men,
continuity.
Yeah. So we love X-Men 97. Wow. Okay. That is our Professor X Warlord figure, Walmart exclusive later this year. Moving on to another retailer exclusive, sticking with the X-Men comic universe. This is a character that, it's a 2-pack, and one of the characters is we've been wanting to get in the line for a long time, but we're going to begin with Rogue here. So this is kind of one of her earlier villainous looks, right, Dwight?
Yeah, this is I think, if not the first time you saw Rogue, it's very much in, like you said, in the early run. She had a couple different variations of her jacket. We went with the green on green with the complete circle going around her waist. We thought that was the version that made the cleanest looking toy. So she articulates at that point, and she kind of rotates around and rocks back and forth a little bit. We kept it as a solid torso because of the look of the design of her costume. We might, do a different version somewhere down the line, but that's what you have with this one, with the hood back. We can also do one later with the hood up. She has alternate hands. She's got her fists. She's double pinless arms and legs. And she's got this really nice inkjet on her face, as well as a fade of the white stripe going through her hair to the back as it fades off really, really nicely as it wraps around. So
I love that head sculpt. It's very detailed and evil, if we should say, for Rogue. And she will be joined with, I believe, the final member of one of the iterations of the evil Brotherhood of Mutants. But this is going to be Destiny. Finally, we know this is a character that fans have been wanting for a long time. So super happy to get her in this classic look here with the standard, female articulation system.
Rogue is it our first precog in the Mutants line? Maybe?
I'm not sure. Potentially.
Potentially. I'll have to do my
She
research.
looks great. The first gold-faced precog, for sure.
Yes, yeah. So she's got a new head and cape, and I think torso. I think to go along with this figure, to go with Rogue. So she's been missing for a long, long, long time. So this is the first time in the line, and she looks really nice with Rogue for a really solid 2-pack.
Yep, and both of them will come with alternate hands, a set of alternate hands each. This 2-pack will be an Amazon exclusive later this year, so again, stay tuned for more details on when and where that pre-order will be going up, but we just wanted to reveal that and get ahead of it. So hopefully you guys will be completing your Brotherhood of Mutants team later this year.
Excellent.
All right, so with that, we have one more sneak peek without a pre-order, and this is an item which we're going to do a lot of talking and setting up. But why don't we show the image on the screen? So this is one of Dwight's favorite characters. I think I love this figure as well. Who do we have here?
We have our first super articulated Jean as Phoenix in the green and gold. So she has this awesome windswept hair. She's got a very happy, polite expression, as Jean should when she's doing well with the Phoenix in her soul and mind.
That's right. She looks healthy here, and this is going to be based on that. I don't know, you probably don't have it in hand yet, but that 85th anniversary Marvel Legends Warbird figure that should be shipping hopefully soon. But it's kind of really based on that articulation scheme. It works really well. It's got double pinless knees and elbows, and it's got
the double torso.
Double
with the
torso
rocker.
as well. It's a really great articulation scheme. I just think if you could just envision this Jean Grey figure in this costume would look gorgeous on an orange retro card.
It would.
But that's not all. She comes with an alternate portrait here, different hairstyle. What's going on?
Sometimes Jean has a bad hair day, and when she's having a bad hair day, she gets a little bit, you don't want to poke her, right? No poking her. So.
Very powerful.
Yes.
Very
powerful.
Angry here. So yeah, this would be probably great on a retro card, but it's not going to be on a retro card, guys. This is going to be another kind of release because we want
This could be on a purple retro card.
It could. We could do two versions. But no, you get both. You get the figure and you get the two portraits, and then you also get a really cool display stand accessory. What is this here? This is just a really cool fire stand.
Yeah, I mean, it's in her Phoenix look, right? Mm-hmm. So you always think of that version of Jean with lots of fire.
And this is
cosmic fire.
This is an all-new stand here.
Yeah.
That she can. It comes in a couple of parts, which will show you how it gets assembled. But no, that's still not all. We've got even more stuff. What is this? What does she come with? This pretty hefty accessory.
This hefty accessory, is gorgeous and translucent, and it is our first actual 3D representation in big scale of the Phoenix. We had that tiny little fire sprit of a Phoenix that she could hold in years past, but this one is a much more impressive sized version of the Phoenix entity. Its head is on an articulated point, so it can kind of look off to its side or straight forward, as however you would want to display it.
Yep. And I think Jesse, right, had that idea to not have the Phoenix always in the stand,
Absolutely.
right? So through that great insight, now it's in two pieces. So you could have the Phoenix, suspended or presented however separate from the display, or
Correct.
You could have it all together. And so then we have an image here of the stand with the Phoenix behind her, with Jean heroically posed out. We have two shots. We have the happy shot and the angry version there. This is like a complete ultimate, if you want to call it, Jean Marvel Phoenix here. And so super excited for this one. I feel like this item could be drafted in that end of year for sure. And
Yep.
we have it here. So Dwight, walk them through how this stand connects together here.
So the stand is in 4 pieces in total if you include the Phoenix. So you got the 2 halves of the fire, and they just kind of nest together. Just kind of work them through there. And there are all keyed elements to it. So once you get it aligned properly, it keys into itself like that and rolls around. And then you just kind of have to work it together to get the edges and all the sculpted seams to align. And once you do that, you have a final piece, which is the display base kind of cap. And then that pops into the bottom. And when it's all keyed in there nice and tight like that, you have a secure fire base for your Firebird. And the Firebird just kind of nestles between the front and the back half of the fire. And then once that's in place, then Jean with one of her feet, there's a hole here for her ankle to pop in, and she can just sit there right in front of the fire effect. Did I put her in right? There we go, get down there. There you go.
So a lot of options here to display, and yeah, really excited for this. This was one of the awesome early Toy Biz Marvel Legends, and I think we've had a lot of fun doing this version too.
Absolutely, and you're gonna have a lot of fun when you get it in hand, because the amount of light that you can pour through this or backlight it with a, any type of light source makes this thing kind of glow, which is really impressive when you see it with a nice backlight presentation.
I hope the chat is lighting up with a lot of fire emojis right now.
Yes.
Because this is awesome, guys. All right, so no pre-order information yet, but stay tuned to Hasbro Pulse for that announcement when that goes up for pre-order.
So we got Cosmic Fire.
Yep.
Think we have other kind of fire?
We've got other kind of fire coming up
Okay.
pretty shortly here. All right, so with that, what have we got? We've gone, okay, so now we are going to wrap up the day with a entire Build-A-Figure wave. It's always fun when we get to reveal and then, pre-order a Build-A-Figure wave. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's jump right in. This wave has a general kind of theme to it, as you'll see, that we worked closely with Jesse on, it being Strange Tales. So maybe a little Halloween in the summertime for us here. So let's jump into the first figure in this wave. Let's take a look at who's first. All right, so here we have an updated figure. We have Brother Voodoo. Now, for those of you Marvel Legends fans who will astutely point out, Brother Voodoo in this look has been in the line. That is true. That was all the way back in 2016 in a Doctor Strange Build-A-Figure wave. And so the line has come a long way since then. And so Dwight's going to walk you through all the new parts, which as you get a closer look at this figure, from the articulation to the inkjet printing, I think it is a worthy upgrade. So what's going on here with Brother Voodoo?
Yeah, Jericho's updates on this version is a new cape, head, sash, a fun little small minor detail, but not insignificant, is you can turn Brother Voodoo into Dr. Voodoo by attaching the Eye of Agamotto. So that little detail on the center of his cape can pop out. And now you have Brother Voodoo, or you can snap that back in place, the little eye, and you have Dr. Voodoo. So two different variations of him. Updated articulation scheme on a much improved body that we now have available to us, like Ryan said, and we think this new Dr. Brother Voodoo figure looks awesome and should be a nice significant upgrade from the previous versions.
I, like the audience right now, in real time is learning that that piece comes out. I didn't know that. That's so cool. Even more newness.
Designer secret.
Yeah, awesome. And it's not, it's no longer on the Bucky cap articulation scheme. We've got pinless knees and elbows. He looks great. So that is the first figure in this wave, Brother Voodoo. All right, who's up next? Next up is an exciting, mostly new, all new figure.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're going to take it to Marvel's Dracula in his armored look here. Very, very imposing character here with this armor. What was inspired? What was this figure inspired by, Dwight?
I've wanted to make this figure for a lot of years. Is that enough of a reason?
Of course.
Yeah, I've wanted to take a crack at Dracula forever, and this armored red kind of evil armored version in the Marvel Universe is absolutely a spectacular design to tackle. From all of its wondrously spikety armor bits and pieces to the tattered long cape. You can't have a vampire without fangs, so we gave him two different heads. We have the head you see on him here with his fangs, and then the head that I am holding has the mouth closed, kind of a more kind of regal, calm version for Dracula. So two different versions of likenesses. He's got a really wicked spikety sword as well, and big, ridiculously oversized earrings. And
I love the earrings.
Yeah,
They're huge.
he's probably number one, number two in this wave as far as my personal favorites.
His ponytail too, as you see in the back, as we do, it's articulated. Yes. It can swing around if you want it to. Two heads. I love that, the one with the fangs. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think we had a shot. Again, Matt hooked us up with some extra shots for these. You got Dracula battling that blade. That recent blade from the Mindless One wave. So vampire and the vampire hunter there. All right, so the next figure in this wave is going to be a very interesting version of Wolverine that we've never seen before, but is actually pretty current when it comes to what's going on in the comics today. And I believe this is Dan's favorite Wolverine figure that he's been teasing all year long. So we're finally revealing Dan's favorite Wolverine. But Dwight, what is going on with Weapon of Vengeance, aka Helverine here?
Yeah, this is a cool new variation of him with translucent flaming claws and a adamantium skull with fire ripping out of his eyes and the sides of his mouth, which is pretty sweet. The image on screen, the deco has been adjusted a little bit. Jesse and I were working to make this even more premium. So the frosted kind of yellows around his eyes is going to be replaced by a pure translucent yellow with orange. So it'll be even more fire-rific for some hellfire here. And I think it'll look even, well, I've seen the pictures. It looks even more awesome in the final.
That's right. Oh, that's weird. My phone is going off during a live stream. I should have turned it off.
Rude.
Who is it? Oh, it's Dan. Oh, sorry guys, I was wrong. This is actually not Dan's favorite Wolverine this year. So he must mean another Wolverine that's even coming later. Man, we've got a lot of Wolverines. It's an anniversary year or something.
I guess so.
Yeah, all right. So apologies for that mistake. That is not Dan's favorite Wolverine, but a very cool Wolverine nonetheless. All right, moving on to the fourth figure in the wave. Who do we got here? Let's show them up on screen. All right, so this is also a strange version of a notable X-Men character, but this is Bloodstorm, a vampire version of our Storm. So what's going on with her here?
Yeah, Bloodstorm here is a version of Oro from another universe, and as with all vampires, like we just discussed, gotta have the fangs, but you also have a alternate head with the mouth closed, still showing the fangs, but she's got a really cool ponytail that's pulled back from the center of her hair all the way back from like a mohawk to a ponytail. She'll have alternate hands and an updated deco scheme to make this really cool version of Bloodstorm with the really nice evil red eyes.
All right, so we got Wolverine and a version of Storm. I think that's it for X-Men type characters in this wave.
Yes.
All right, who is the fifth character? Let's take a look at the fifth character here. We have, oh, an old friend.
Yeah.
An old friend back with us. But this is Damian Hellstrom, of course. He is so happy to be joining your collections. Let's talk through Damian here. What do we have going on?
Yeah, now, due to the advancements in time and technology, we have a pinless Damian. He still has his trident. He's got an awesome face sculpt with inkjet deco on it. He's got his logo on his chest that's kind of ghosted out, which is pretty sweet, for a nice modern version of a, anti-hero type character.
That's right, pinless now.
Pinless.
Okay, we've got Damian. Looking good with his trident there. All right, let's move on to, I believe this is a first-time Marvel Legends character ever. This is Lilith.
That's right, we have the mother of demons. So, we got vampires, we've got Helverines, we've got demons, we've got Damians, we've got a lot of stuff covered here in the Strange Tales universe.
That's right.
So Lilith here has this really cool head sculpt with a translucent kind of gray hood hair kind of thing. She's got her green kind of skirt cloak. She's got a lot of the fishnet deco across her chest and on her legs. She's got her silver boots, and first time joining our Marvel Legends ranks.
A lot of detailing in that fishnet pattern, as Dwight said, and yeah, we'll rotate the head around so you can see that kind of translucent hair piece?
Hair,
something?
hood,
yeah,
fabric-y thing, yeah.
She's got some green earrings too.
Yeah. The earring, it's the
wave.
earring wave. We've got Storm, we got Dracula, we've got we got a lot of rings in this one.
All right. So here, it's always fun to do a first-time character.
Absolutely.
Right? Like Lilith and Dracula, I guess, in Marvel
And
Legends.
Damian.
And Damian. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Check.
The next character, the seventh character in this wave, is not a first-time character, but I think it is probably our favorite version of this character to
Absolutely.
date. All right. So let's take a closer look at Moon Knight. Ooh, with all those gold pieces.
Yeah,
So good.
We went with the kind of one of his West Coast kind of Avengers looks for Moon Knight. It was a version that we had yet to accomplish. It's got a lot of cool Egyptian kind of detailing in his gauntlets and his belt. He's got the Ankh. He also has his bow staff, as well as a whole pile of little moonerangs. So he's got like I didn't take them out of the tape because I would drop them and lose them, but 3 small ones, a large moonerang. He has alternate hands, and he's got the really cool black to white cape, which is really cool. I don't think we've done that yet. Maybe we have, but I can't recall. But the inside of the cape has the nice black, which really makes the silhouette of the character pop. And it's my favorite pinless Moon Knight that we've done so far.
Yeah, and like some previous Moon Knight releases, he has 2 alternate fist hands with 3 little ports. The little moons can plug in as if he was holding them in his knuckles there. So that's a really fun detail. And that new Ankh accessory is great as well. And we have a shot here that Matt helped us again with rounding out that West Coast Avengers team. So there you have the West Coast Avengers box set from the Avengers Earth's Mightiest, as well as that Hawkeye from last year, now joined by Moon Knight to really round out your West Coast Avengers team.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So that is 7 figures with a Build-A-Figure. Really excited for this one. I think he's been on a lot of lists. We've had him on our internal list for a while. But without further ado, and he's very on theme for this wave, as you'll see, talk him through Blackheart.
Yeah, we have Blackheart, Hasbro's first version of Blackheart ever. Toy Biz had done a really cool version of him quite a few years ago, but as we've always said, that's been a long time. So many of you collectors out there have not had a chance to add Blackheart, Mephisto's son, to your collection. So that's what we have for you here. We have a lot of rings. We have a lot of spikes in this wave, So Blackheart is a 100% new sculpt. He's got a wire bendy tail. He's got pinless arms and legs. Lots of spikes. He's got a super articulated torso, so you can get him into more hunched over poses. His hair is in multiple pieces and layers, which is really nice. It makes it look much more realistic and believable instead of it just being a solid chunk of plastic like we do on some of our smaller figures. Because of this character's size, the hair has I think 3 layers to it, which is a pretty impressive look when you see it. There's some washing in his hair as well to break up the otherwise primarily black form of this character, with the exception of his deep red eyes.
Yeah, the layered hair, now that you mention it, is very cool when you see it in person. He's got a bendy wire tail. We know that's a really fun detail for these types of characters, like your lizards and your Blackhearts. Well, actually, for scale, for trivia, let's see if the fans know what the first issue appearance of Blackheart was in Marvel Comics, because I was kind of surprised to learn this today.
I did not know.
So you didn't know either, so let's see if anyone knows off the top of their heads and puts it in the chat. But it was actually in Daredevil 270 from 1989, I believe. And so for scale here, you have our standard Daredevil figure, and you can just see how big Blackheart is. I believe he's a little over 8 inches tall. I measured him earlier, so that is a scale reference. And that was a really weird issue. I looked it up on the Unlimited app. It was like Blackheart gets kind of formed and created by Mephisto, and then it just so happens Daredevil is hanging out, and then he actually fights Daredevil and Spider-Man in his first appearance there. So it's quite a way to make an entrance.
I mean, Hell's Kitchen Daredevil
true.
Mephisto and Blackheart, and it works.
It works. And then here's just a random, I just have lots of figures at my desk. Here's just a random, Iron Man figure for scale as well. If you wanted to have them fight each other, you could do that. I don't know, just a random pairing. But Blackheart, there you have it, the Blackheart wave. And I will talk for a second about the packaging. So we'll show it on screen here. So, okay, we'll talk pre-order first. So this is going to go up for pre-order on June 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be a fan and Amazon wave. So that includes Hasbro Pulse, Fan Channel, and Amazon. So you'll have to go there to get it if you want. And I have the package here. So I think when we rolled out the new modular packaging, that you'll see some similarities in structures across the various Hasbro 6-inch lines. Fans were saying this is so small. How are you going to do Build-A-Figures? Well, this is the exact same height as the standard Marvel Legends pack now, but it is wider, as you can see, and it is a little bit deeper in back, but so, you know, you can still line them up side to side on a bookshelf to really maximize that awesome art that Ben, Sean, and Alan and the team put on our Marvel Legends figures, but to accommodate that Build-A-Figure piece, as you see, Moon Knight comes with the Blackheart head. We're just going to slightly wider and deeper package. So that is to talk about how we're accomplishing that. All right, so that kind of wraps up our agenda. We talked about Odin, Marvel's 85th. It was awesome. We had a couple of sneak preview items. That Phoenix is really fun. I can't wait for that one to come out. And we love when we get to reveal an entire wave and a awesome, notable Build-A-Figure. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Do we have anything else? We got to end with maybe one tease before San Diego. We got to give you one more little gift.
We do have San Diego right around the corner.
All right.
I mean, so you know.
So place your bets. What do we think here?
So we got a little unique pew pew blaster. So something, you know, blast effect removable like that.
Normally we do these little tiny pieces, but this one was just so impressive that we had to bring that out. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in July.
1 month.
1 month. Jesse, Dan, Dwight, and Ryan. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Let us know in the comments if you like these live streams. We love doing them, guys, and so hopefully you guys love watching them as well. So let us hear it, and then hopefully we can keep bringing you all the latest and greatest Marvel Legends reveals, pre-orders, and teases. We'll catch you next time.
See you in San Diego.
All right.